What's up? I'm Warren Freeman. This is Warren's Vlog, episode 29. And as you guys know, my series that I'm doing as of right now is all the shows that I was live at. They may not be in sequential order, but those are the next series of shows that I'm going to be covering. So last time I did Money in the Bank 2013, and this time I'm doing Royal Rumble 2014. And there's actually a connection with that because Sheamus was one of the surprise entrants in this year's Royal Rumble 2014, that is. And the last show that he was at was Money in the Bank 2013, and that was the show I was at too. So I kind of thought that was sweet, a little bit of a connection with me and Sheamus fella. Um, but anyway, I don't really for yeah, I know. What's up, Dan? Um, this is Dan Dubois was at the show with me, Royal Rumble 2014. Yeah, that's the show I'm reviewing right now. All right, nice to see Dan in here. Um, Asian pizza, fucking Asian pizza, bro. Yeah, Asian pizza 2014. But yeah, this isn't going to be a very long review because this is basically a four-match show. And I don't do pre-shows for reviews. You can't hear me, Joe. Okay, it might be your phone. Anyway, so all right, Royal Rumble was in Pittsburgh. I live in Youngstown, Ohio, so hour drive for me to get there. Um, Let me just say that my live experience was definitely better than watching it back. The only thing I enjoyed watching it back was hearing the audience reaction and hearing the commentary. But so we start off with the tag title match. The Rhodes brothers defending against Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn makes a blind tag, and uh, Cody is distracted with Road Dogg. Billy Gunn hits the Famouser. We got new tag team champions. Now, my thing is, I'm all for nostalgia. Okay, I am. I'm all for nostalgia, no doubt about that. I love nostalgia. I don't. I mean, The Rock winning the title at the Royal Rumble 2013. Okay, it was nice to see him win a championship again. It served a purpose, even though it was to basically give the title to John Cena at WrestleMania 29. However, my thing is with the Outlaws winning the tag titles, it was like, why? What was the point of that? They lost the titles to the Usos like 2 months later, and I kind of felt like they just needed a heel tag team, and they gave it to the Outlaws for some reason. But I guess the nostalgia was NOG. Fuck you, I can't spell it. Anyway, so we get to the main show, and we start off with Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, which was an absolutely fantastic match. Without a doubt, the best match of the show thus far. Then again, okay, well you're setting at a computer, Joe. I'm pretty sure you have spell checks nearby. Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt was absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's a yeah, I'll mention that in a minute, Dan. I gave this match a 4.7. I very rarely give out fives. If you know me, the only five I've ever given out since I've been doing this was Undertaker Triple H from WrestleMania 28. And if I ever do review that show, I'll explain in detail why. But my favorite spot in that match is Daniel Bryan went for a suicide dive, and Bray Wyatt caught him in the suicide dive and gave him the Sister Abigail to the barricade. I mean, when I saw that live, I came out of my seat, and it actually looked better live because it looked like it was one fluid motion, like he just caught him and hit the Sister Abigail. But watching it back, when he did the suicide dive, he caught him, stopped, paused, and then went for the Sister Abigail. So that was an interesting spot. Then, what's up, Dewan? Then once they got back in the ring, Bray Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail for the win. Fantastic match. You know, those two I could watch work forever. It was an absolutely fantastic match. Another thing is, I still feel like even though even though Bray Wyatt won the match, I still feel like there was a payoff because we got a fantastic match out of that feud. And Bray Wyatt would move on to something else later on in the show, but I'll get to that later on. So then we go to Brock Lesnar and Big Show, and yeah, this was just horrible. I mean, they pretty much, before the bell rang, Brock Lesnar grabbed a steel chair and just started beating the, you didn't come through my section that show. That was a house show bounce. But, anyway, yeah. Big Show basically just got wore out with a steel chair for like a good solid 5 minutes before the match started. The bell rang. Brock Lesnar hit or Big Show hit a KO punch. It didn't even knock out Lesnar. It literally just stunned him momentarily. Lesnar got up. They traded some shots around. Brock hit an F5. And then he continued to beat the shit out of Big Show with a steel chair. And yeah. Oh, Dan. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, that was a one that I could have done without that. I mean, if it was just to really make Brock Lesnar look strong for The Undertaker, they could have gone about that another way. But yeah, that was a one. We go to John Cena versus Randy Orton, and this match is one of the matches that you had to be there live for. You just had to be there live. Because the fans were shitting on that match so badly. They were chanting for Daniel Bryan, they were chanting for Divas, they were chanting boring. And you could visually see Randy Orton get annoyed by the chants. John Cena, not so much. But Jerry the King Lawler is a professional. He covered it up on commentary by basically saying that these fans are trying as hard as they can to get under Randy Orton's skin. And I really appreciated how Lawler covered it up. Because, you know, as a commentator, they tell you to ignore the audience. But if you have a hostile audience, as hostile as Pittsburgh was, you can't ignore that. So the best thing to do is switch it and use it to your advantage. And Lawler covered that up really well. If you've watched one John Cena Randy Orton match, you've seen them all. You've seen them all. It's just the bottom line. The only thing different that I think they did in this match is they did each other's finishing moves. That was it. Bray Wyatt came out and interfered. Well, the whole Wyatt family got involved. And just a momentary distraction was long enough for Orton to hit the RKO for the 1, 2, 3. And that was that. That was a 3. The Rumble match itself was a 3. It's kind of hard to rate the Rumble because it's so much to really take in. It's an hour-long match. Kofi Kingston had an interesting spot where Rusev, he got eliminated. Well, Rusev got eliminated, then Kofi Kingston got pitched from the ring. And what ended up happening is Rusev caught him and just slammed him on the barricade. And then Kofi Kingston jumped from the barricade to the apron to keep himself in the match. Kevin Nash made a surprise appearance. JBL made a surprise appearance. Roman Reigns broke Kane's record as the most eliminated people in the Royal Rumble match, which was 11. Roman Reigns eliminated 12 people. One thing I noticed is that when I was there live, I knew that towards the end of the Royal Rumble that Daniel Bryan wasn't going to be in it. I knew that because Rey Mysterio had already posted a video earlier on in the night talking about how he was going to repeat himself from 2006, and as the numbers were getting higher and higher, I saw Batista entered, and I just knew that it wasn't going to be Daniel Bryan. I just knew it was going to be Mysterio. So when Rey Mysterio got that number 30 spot and they hit that music, it was literally booyaka, booyaka, boo! It was just ridiculous. I mean, Rey Mysterio, I have never heard Rey Mysterio get so much heat in my life. I mean, it was just horrible. I kind of felt bad for the guy. But one thing I noticed is that when I was watching it on the network tonight, they edited the shit out of that. I mean, you could not hear any boos at all from Rey Mysterio. And, yeah, so Rey Mysterio was number 30. He swiftly got eliminated. And we all know how this ends. It comes down to Roman Reigns and Batista. The crowd's going ape shit for Roman Reigns, and then Batista wins the Rumble. And there's no one in my blinds trying to scare me. But yeah, the Rumble got a 3. The overall rating for this Rumble, once you average everything together, was 2.92, and I'm gonna leave it there at a 2.9. I'm not gonna bring it up to a 3. No one's looking in my blinds. Okay, fine. I'll entertain you and look behind me. Yeah, no one's there. Anyway, they couldn't even get in there anyway. The window's locked. But anyway, this being there in Pittsburgh, being in that environment was absolutely just awesome. That wasn't my intention. And then, of course, I got to tell stories from the road because Dan Dubose wants me to talk about Harry talking. Apparently, the last time I went to Pittsburgh, I went to an Asian pizza parlor, okay? And it wasn't Asian pizza. It was an Asian pizza parlor. And I went there looking for this pizza parlor, and Dan Dubose was under the impression that we were actually eating legit Asian pizza with rice or whatever goes on an Asian pizza. So that's the Asian pizza story. And Dan Dubose was very upset that we didn't have quote unquote Asian pizza. But my live experience was fun. Being in a hostile crowd like that was just so fun to be a part of. But I felt like if I would have ordered that on pay-per-view, I would have been pissed because that was a pretty crappy Rumble. But anyway, like I said, short video. He only had 4 matches. 5 if you include the tag title match. So my live experience was moderately fun. My viewing experience was below moderately. But so anyway, that pretty much wraps up this episode. I'm going to be doing some more shows that I was live at. The next show I'm going to have for you is TLC 2014. That was in Cleveland. So I'm Warren Freeman. This has been episode 29 of Warren's Vlog. You guys have a wonderful night. Be safe for the holidays. Don't do anything stupid. You know, don't drive, don't drink and drive. Just be safe. You know, cops are going to be out. The cops are going to be looking for anything that they can to double up your fines on the holidays. So please be safe. And you guys have a wonderful 4th of July weekend.